is Panty and Stocking walk so that Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss could run. Panty and Stocking is one of the most bizarre shows I have ever watched, especially if you were a kid with crappy parents that didn't supervise you. After 15 years, it's finally getting the second season. And I am excited for it, because I've been waiting at an age that I was not supposed to watch this show. Like, what the hell? However, I do have a lot of problems with the show, and I feel like if it wasn't for nostalgia, animation, music, and the art style, I feel like I would not have liked the show as I do right now. So yeah, while the new season is being made by Studio Trigger, originally this anime was made by Studio Gainax, the studio that made fucking Evangelion, the masterpiece about how escapism is bad for your depression, and in order to treat it, you must communicate with other people. Holy fucking shit. Before I talk about my worries and concerns for the show, I want to state this. I'm an autistic woman with borderline personality disorder, or BPD for short. One of my struggles that I live with is that this disorder makes me struggle with mixed feelings or gray thinking, or whatever people call it. Having black and white thinking or binary thinking is one of the many reasons why BPD is one of the hardest disorders to live with. And thanks to my therapists and doctors, which I know for some of you, like trying to get help and improve yourself might be foreign for some, but I am getting better with challenging mixed emotions, and I learned that not everything or anyone is 100% good or 100% bad, but I still do struggle with this disorder by the end of the day, and I think talking about media that I have mixed emotions on can help me challenge my black and white thinking. Okay, enough about me rambling, let's talk. First things first, let's talk about the character Garter Belt. I am not going to sugarcoat this. This is just straight up blackface. Before y'all get in the comments of like, white woman being offended for a different race, I am mixed. I am not black or white. I am mixed. While I may not struggle as some of my family members, I still have dealt with discrimination in my life for being mixed. If you want a more in-depth video about racism in the show, I recommend HARRIYANNA'S video if you want a black woman's perspective. And I know some of you might be saying, oh, well, I'm a black person and I happen to have big lips. While I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was just one character, but literally every character in the background has like fucking big lips. Now, for season 2, they actually changed Garter's lips to be black, and I've seen people praise it. And for a lot of people, a small change can make a big difference for some of the viewers. But honestly, I kind of wish they just Googled what a black person looks like. And I know it sounds a bit ridiculous to be like, go to your Google Home and say, okay, Google, show me what a black person looks like. But Japan has like a history of like racist black characters, and I think you should Google like what a certain race looks like so that, you can get their reputation right and like not offend anyone. Now, for season 2, if it gets an English dub, I hope it does. People are mixed on whether or not like this character should be voiced by a black man or a white man. And if you ask me, I feel like it's damn if you do, damn if you don't, because I think both options can be seen as bad. But maybe get a mixed person to voice him, and maybe it'll cancel out the racism. Another thing about Garter is, let's just say stereotypical gay priest, bad guy, you know? I'm sorry, I feel very uncomfortable and I don't want YouTube to delete my video, but you all know the stereotype. Y'all know the stereotype. Oh, yeah. Let's go. But, now the reason, this is like the reason why, like, most people hate this character for this reason, and rightfully so. But there's one thing that I hate that no one talks about. The character Panty does the exact same thing, and like it's literally at one point like a plot point. And how come like one gets hate while the other gets praised for being a girl boss, which isn't actually girl bossing? Like, if you're being a creep, is it because it's a pretty white heterosexual woman while the other is an ugly black homosexual man? Side note, I have no problem with Panty like sleeping around. I might be asexual, but I don't shame other people's hobbies just because I don't like them. And also, I have no problem with gay Christians in like TV media or in general in real life. Like, I would say the more representation, the more the merrier, you know? Boy, this next topic is very triggering for me, but let's get it out of the way. There is a fuck ton of eating disorder and body shaming jokes, especially in the first season. And I am someone who's like still in recovery, and it's like very hard to watch certain scenes, but I also find it like funny in a twisted way. Like, I am someone that jokes about my problems a lot because it's a coping mechanism, which I am trying to get out of because I believe it's a bad coping skill because I would like sometimes do it in like a casual conversation, and that's not healthy, and I'm trying to be better, but I also can't help but laugh at these jokes because I don't know what else to do. I don't know, it's like a like a like bad coping response. But like there is a lot, and it's very uncomfortable, and it's especially towards like women, which, apparently only women can get eating disorders. Let's talk about Scanty and Knee Socks, the demon girls. Now, personally, I like the idea that the demons are nice, whereas the angels are mean, but I find it very gross on how the demons sisters are a little too nice with each other. These are sisters, by the way, and I get that painting and stalking were little moments, but like, I'm sorry, like this type of family relationship is very triggering for me, and it makes me angry on how common it is in anime, especially magical girl anime, which is like my favorite type of anime. Hell, Sailor fucking Moon had this problem, although it's not as bad. It was still like a plot point, and like, oh my god. And by the way, in the future I might make like a Sailor Moon video. I had like a script for it like a long time ago, but I deleted it. But I might make a video on why I personally think Sailor Moon's a little bit overrated. Anyways, and maybe you can argue, well, they're the bad guys, you're not supposed to like them. But while I can say that's true, I feel like every character in the show is a complete asshole.
Okay, this is a personal nitpick, but I feel like there should be more women working on this project. Like, the main characters are women, and I think it'll be more realistic and relatable with a female's touch. A video by SUNSUITDUDE explaining why panstalking are feminist icons is a really good video, and I'll link it below, but it's basically like she took the words out of my mouth, and I will think I'll share it. I think Bayonetta and panstalking are a good example of a woman's using their sexuality to empower them, and it makes them like feminist icons in a way. Now, I may not be completely a woman, but I can say without a doubt that different things can empower a woman. However, there are like moments where I'm like rolling my eyes and I'm saying to myself, yeah, you can tell that there was a man that wrote this joke. So if some more women were writing, I think it would make the show even better.
Okay, let's be real. This show is basically very similar to Pop shows, which I do love. Hazbin Hotel and Helva, even though I do have my problems. Wow, a person with BPD liking a show and critiquing it at the same time on the internet, that's so unheard of. Personally, I find saying the fuck word and saying sex jokes is funny as shit, but that could just be that I allegedly have a disorder that makes me younger than I actually am, but it could just be my BPD. I don't know. Like, but that type of humor isn't for everyone. Heck, even with someone like myself who likes these childish types of humor, like can find these jokes to be a little bit overboard at sometimes. I have like ADHD, and I don't have no idea how to like transition, but basically I don't want to be 100% negative in this video. So I think I would talk about stuff that I look forward to, just to balance it all out. Now, I'm looking forward to the animation because the first season had some awesome fighting scenes, and I hope they have an even bigger budget for the show because like there are some moments in like the first season where you can tell they had a strict budget at times, but I hope to see some new and improved animation and fighting and transformation scenes. I also am looking forward to new music. The The music in the original was super addicting, and I hope that Taylor Lloyd comes back to do the music again. I'm also excited for the outfits. I can't wait to see new outfits, especially the best girl stocking. Artists like me are going to draw them, and I know a lot of cosplayers who would want to dress up in the new outfits. Man, if only I had money to play dress up. Also, with the new outfits, it means new that merchandise like action figures that will practically sell themselves.
To see new ghosts exploding when they die. It was funny in the first season. I also can't wait to see references in the show. Like, I know a lot of people, when they see a show make a reference to another thing, they find it kind of lazy. But Panty and Stocking is a Japanese anime inspired by American cartoons, and there is so many references to American culture and media that, like, and hell, they even often change art styles for the fun of it. And they even have their own bootleg version of Gurr from Invader Zim, and if you know anything about me, I'm very autistic for the epic Scene Emo show. Also, fun fact, Joan Vescas, aka Emo Jesus, actually was a fan of the show and mentioned that he doesn't normally like anime. I think maybe in a year or two they're going to start selling like merchandise in Hot Topic. I mean, have you seen Stalking? She is literally in the Kuromi and Gloomy Bear areas in the store. Okay, I have like ADHD and I'm still new at writing. I'm still like new at making these type of videos. So I'm not sure how to make an outro. So I'll try my best. But yeah, that was my worries and things to look forward to for Panty and Stocking season 2. Tell me about your opinions in the comments below. Are you excited? Do you think the show should have stayed canceled? Like, what are your thoughts on it? I'd also like to say that hello again. I'm Ravy. It's good to be back. I'm still in recovery, but I'm at a point where I can come back while still improving and changing myself. My commissions are open, and I also have a BLUESKY account now. I originally was going to make my comeback video to be a detailed video about my experience, but I'm still busy changing and improving, and I don't think I'm mentally ready to tell my whole story yet. And maybe I'll tell my stories for another time. From now on, I just want to draw and talk about media while I get better each day. Until next time, stay safe while I'm gone.
So I'm like watching this show with my girlfriend, and look, literally a girl plushie. Literally a girl plushie. Told you Stalking was the best girl.